permit for pretty much everything, if that makes sense.
So IShowSpeed is currently in Egypt, and he went to the museum and he asked a question. He asked, why do all the statues have their noses broken? They have their noses broken because when the Europeans arrived and they found the civilization, they actually broke the very African-looking noses. They broke the noses. So if you look at a lot of the statues, they have their noses broken because the noses were typically African noses, and they broke the noses. And IShowSpeed asked, why do they have their noses broken? And the curator was stumbling, and she said, oh, it's because it's the area of weakness. And then the second reason is when the Europeans arrived, they broke the noses to erase African history, because it's all in the nose, isn't it? They broke them. They broke the noses in the hope that it will never be discovered that they were actually African. And actually, if you look at the Egyptian history, the 23rd and the 24th dynasty is never really recorded because they were Nubian. The kings were Nubian. The pharaohs were actually Nubian. They were so black. And the other thing they don't talk about is about the Sudanese, the Sudanese pyramids. Nobody ever talks about the Sudanese pyramids. And because this is something that is not meant to be advanced when it comes to Africans.
Wake up, y'all Egypt, of spreading false narratives. This is what Speeds Chet had to say about the broken nose of the Great Sphinx.
Why went to her nose? Why is her nose cut off? Did it fall off, Chet?
Everyone asking me, just coming here, why Sphinx is without nose. It's famous from Egypt and some countries. Who broke a nose? Napoleon from France, but that's not true. The history of man Maqrizi from Islamic era, right inside his book and say, a man is named Sa'im al-Dahr do this. But why? Why Sa'im al-Dahr do this? Because he won't be proof. For some people, it is just a statue, just stone, not God. For this, he just broke a nose and say he can't protect himself. What he do? He just a stone.
Oh, so he was trying to prove that the statue was not a god.
Not a God.
So he broke the nose.
Sphinx is a one piece. One piece. But two parts for this lion, it is human, but not normal human. It's royal human. And we think this is the face of King Khafre, the owner of the second pyramid. The length of the statue is 72 meters, height is 20 meters. For this is a big antique for also.
Wow, okay.
Thank you.
Makes sense. Because like with filming here, like you have to like basically get a permit for pretty much everything, if that makes sense.